black leather seats, lights, camera, action, real shit. It's a vibe over here, no capping. A comedian, a rapper, influencer, or actor. It don't matter over here, showcasing all talent. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We all heard you got skills, what you gon' do? Let's chop it up and trip out like Expedia. Sit down with Croc and FreshMoney Media. Only on a checkpoint. Checkpoint, we live. Checkpoint. Checkpoint TV. Checkpoint. Checkpoint, we live. Checkpoint. Checkpoint TV. Real music.
Hey, yeah, what up? It's your boy OG Mully Musa, aka Mullyvation, and I stay tapped in the Checkpoint TV.
Man, we got my man Mullyman up here on the Checkpoint, man. I'm your man Croc 4300. Man, legend in Baltimore, man.
Big love, I appreciate you.
Man, we want you to walk them up on, you know what I'm saying, who Mullyman is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the people that don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let them know, you know what I'm saying, who you is, where you come from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The time, you know what I'm saying, your music career coming up in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of people that don't understand you, like, case in point, we was at the joint.
Yeah.
So just give them a little history, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, look, first and foremost, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean, for sharing this platform with me and showing me all the love that you show me. Mullyman, an acronym for Master of Unorthodox Lyrics Leading You. You know what I'm saying? Man, the superhero aspect of my name. So Master of Unorthodox Lyrics Leading You, superhero MC. Hailing from West Baltimore. You know, Bentlow and Riggs is where I spent most of my childhood. But I'm known everywhere in Baltimore. I was able to represent Baltimore to the fullest, from the Wire soundtrack to the project that the Wire put out to the world, grace all the cover of all your favorite hip-hop magazines, repping Baltimore to the fullest. And on MTV Jams, Music Choice, and plenty outlets, you know, worldwide, beyond the city. So just somebody who give his heart and soul, speaking, being a voice box for the voiceless from a city that I'm from, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what Mullyman is.
That's what it is, man. Appreciate you for coming on, man. You hear me?
No doubt.
And you just gave us a performance, man, you know what I mean, with the mic check video, man. What's the name of that song, and, you know, what inspired that?
All right, so that one right there, man, was just, I literally did that within like the last 48 hours.
Okay.
The beat was playing. The name of the producer is, hold on 1 second. The name of, what is this? Rajay Sampson.
Okay.
Rajay Sampson, the producer. Ivory was playing it in the studio, man. We was over there cutting up. We had just came from the store, you know, got some fresh drip.
Okay.
You know.
What's that?
You know,
that's the Collare Bionco?
Yeah, this the Collare Bionco.
Okay.
You know.
Fresh.
So, yeah, went got right, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin Trey Styles right here. If you ever see me, you're going to see me rocking usually some Baltimore authentic, or somebody that I know authentic. Yeah, man. I represent my peoples like everybody else represent people they don't know. You feel me?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, so so that's how it came about, man. We was over there, they had the beat on. I heard the beat playing, the beat was talking to me. And I felt like, you know, right now is a climate when you getting older or whatever, and you just doing your thing, it's a lot of questions. Should you still be doing it? Should you not be doing it?
Yeah, that's a big question.
It's a big question. This is the way I feel about it. I believe that you shouldn't take your gifts to the grave. So whatever gifts you got, while you got them, you should be using them. You should use your gifts till you ain't got your gifts no more. So, like, not taking your gifts to the grave, like, you run it up till you can't run it up no more.
So ain't no age limit.
Yeah, it ain't no age limit on greatness. People try to put an expiration date on greatness, but that's all systematic, like, to keep a disconnect from greatness and from the old and the young.
Right.
Because if you can create a disconnect between the old and the young, where the old and the young can't communicate, and you create a cutoff point within creativity of when greatness should stop, you know, it ain't nothing but Just another
How
form
can
of
you
what
stay relevant though, or do that even matter? You know what I'm saying? Or
you say stay relevant?
Yeah, like there's so many different artists, many artists coming in the game every day, and you know what I'm saying. And you done had your time, and you feel what I'm saying. They coming up with new slang. How do you stay relevant, or do that even matter to somebody that rapping is a passion for?
Yo, every voice is relevant to some audience. So you just gotta find, like, all right, say right now I'm with live band. I might be somewhere with millionaires that still want to listen to their hip hop. They want to drink their wine. They want to go on a nice date, and they want to hear some mature MC that could just come out there and not mess the mood up for them that night. That's me. So if you want that guy that's versatile, could come out there, dress nice, looking like, you know what I'm saying, can be versatile.
Right.
That's me.
Okay.
So I don't gotta search for audience. My audience is the ones that can feel what I'm saying. I don't gotta try to change or whatever the beat is, be a musician to the track. Like if a beat come on, I can be a musician to the track no matter what genre, no matter what time, when the beat was made. But because
a lot of people can't do that.
A lot of people can't do it, but a lot of people don't. They not infinite students of life neither. You gotta be an infinite student of life. You gotta learn from the young, like the young gotta learn from the old gotta learn from the young. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
Because all the inspiration come from the youth.
True. So, what was your inspiration that made you want to start rapping from the beginning?
Oh man, like I said, I'm old school, so. True school. My biggest inspirations was like Cool G Rap.
Okay.
Big Daddy Kane. KRS-One.
Okay. East Coast shit.
Collare Bionco, where the streets meet life.
Definitely did.
When it really went like how it is today, where the South took over, was with Master P.
Okay.
You know, Master P, then Cash Money.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree.
Then it was like, I felt like that was the South takeover. But yeah,
That's the first time I heard it put like that, though.
It was, because you got to think, one summer we was just listening to Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, Nas, Biggie,
Jay-Z,
everything, right? And then that next summer, I mean, when Master P dropped Bout It, TRU. Yeah. By that next summer, that's what all it was.
So what was it like when you first came out? You know what I'm saying? What was it like your first project? What would you rate that? You know what I'm saying? Just looking back, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. You know how you look back when you first started to where you at now?
Yeah.
How would you rate it?
I would rate it.
Do you remember it?
Well, kinda, not really, but I remember I was young. So what I was talking about was kind of like, I was good for where I was at at that time. I was good for where I was at. So I don't think I couldn't have been no more than where I was at that time.
You said you was 10. When did you actually start taking it serious?
Man, I started recording at, I think, like 14.
Okay.
Like 14 years old.
The first time you got in the studio?
First time I got in the studio. And believe it or not, the first time I recorded is when I was 10. We was at the amusement park back in the day. It was called Wild World before Adventure World.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, and I was out there with my homies, all the kids in the park, mobbed the booth and, tried to knock the booth over. We was in there rapping. And yeah, that was my first experience. 10 years old.
Lit.
Yeah, so.
That's lit. So, what was like some of your career highlights coming up in Baltimore that you can tap onto?
Some of my career highlights was having a #1 single with Memphis Bleak in 2005, Home of the Realest.
Home of the Realest?
Yeah. Another one of my career highlights would be Harder Than Baltimore. Shout out to DJ Boo Man, produced that. Getting mainstream play on MTV Jams. making The Wire, the show and the soundtrack, that was a highlight because I got to be the soundtrack of a show that was representing for my city worldwide. And I got to be put into the history of
major. That was major.
Yeah, that was major. And then another highlight, even though I didn't make freshman class, being nominated for it. Just being nominated top 50 without a publicist at that time was crazy.
Who was the top 3 in that class?
You know what? I don't even remember, but I know I was on there with, I know a page from, what's that dude, John Connor, that ended up signing. D1 was nominated, the one that's the gospel rapper right now that everybody mad at.
I don't know him.
For, saying something about, rappers being more positive or whatever.
Yeah, you can't control that narrative, man. People gonna do what they do, man. Like everybody got their own ear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but those was like some of the artists that was on there like during that time, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so those were some notables, and had some songs with some platinum, with some platinum and gold artists like Bleak, Freeway.
Okay.
Like on my Mullyman album, which was my first album, I had Ghostface on there. The Clips, Freeway, Bleak, Joint, and just just an all-around solid project that took my city by storm.
Okay. And you said that success was like pretty major in the city. Who was you running up against? Who was the other major artists in the city during that time when you was coming up?
You had Hooli. You had, of course, Tim Trees had bankrolls before everybody. You had, my man, Be Rich.
Okay, I remember them.
You had Dirty Hearts. You had Comp. You know what I mean? Yeah. Of course, where everybody considered my nemesis at the time, Boss Man.
A Boss Man?
Yeah, you had, Boss Man. You had, who else back then?
So y'all had like some type of hip hop beef or something going on?
Yeah, we had a major hip hop.
Damn, I ain't never get into that though.
For real?
Yeah, hell no.
It was. I mean, honestly, as far as an accomplishment, if you saying what, that was actually another one of my greatest accomplishments. Actually, it was the only Baltimore hip hop beef that was on the radio prime time, and nobody died.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Would you say, competing with him took you to the next level? Because when you compete and you got somebody to compete with, that push you to the limits.
Yeah. Oh, Scar, Los, I forgot about them too. Of course, my sister Nick Style, K-Mac. But yeah, competing with Boss, yeah, definitely. When you put in that hot seat, this is what people don't think. You're not just competing against that artist. It's like being in this interview right now. Mm-hmm. You competing with yourself too, because this is your opportunity to express to the world. Even though you're competing with that person, so to speak, you really demonstrating who you are, like an interview to the world in that circumstance. So it's like that's the part of it that can give you anxiety, and you could fold under pressure. Just fold under pressure, and just not be in the moment of that audition to the world of who you are under pressure.
Right.
Because it's not just you versus yo. It's really who are you in this situation, and the world got to find that out too. So yeah, iron sharpens iron. So that was dope, because you're gonna make each other better whenever you got some camaraderie and some competition. But yeah, then it made me better, like thinking on my toes in situations. If this happened, what you gonna do? 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 And it was a lot of situations attached to that gave me life lessons.
Coming from that situation, you know what I'm saying? You being in the game, and the game now here in Baltimore with these artists. What how could you compare, you know what I'm saying, like, would you say it was, better coming up in the old days, you know what I'm saying, with hip hop in Baltimore, or now?
You
and
said,
why?
What was it better back then versus now?
Yeah, something like that.
You know what's, man, that's a really good question. I feel like it was some dope. I feel like we had an error. I feel like we definitely had an error.
Definitely.
You know, like with the Scar and, you know, Boss and Temptree and Smash and, you know, I definitely feel like we had an error. But I feel like the participation and the cohesiveness now, in my personal opinion, the fanfare and the cohesiveness of the artists may be better, in my opinion. Even though it doesn't seem like it sometimes, it seems like, you know, it's like I hear more artists, you know, dying, you know, like now. I feel like it's more pressure to actually act out on so-called hip-hop beef. But I think that's because there's a disconnect of what hip-hop really is.
Yeah.
Like, so hip-hop, like for those who don't know, like hip-hop was founded to really, hip-hop was founded to stop, you know, in the streets of New York, to stop street violence, actually. And because I'm so connected to that truth, I know the camaraderie of hip hop when you being the MC, that it's not so personal, that it's more like a sport. So if you look at it like that, you don't feel the pressure of doing nothing to nobody or hurt nobody. Cause you know, at the end of the day, you know, from my era, you know, you had MCs that battled, you had the B-boys that pop lock, break danced or whatever. You had the graffiti people, you know, challenging each other. And then you had the DJs battling each other. And this was all a form of camaraderie. It wasn't about maliciously, you know, killing or hurting nobody in that way. If you wanted to get you know, your battle was right there within your art. So it was a way of transforming, what normally was negative, which was violence, into a more productive way of getting your expression out. You know, because we all expression, if you ain't got if you got limited options of being heard and expressing yourself, this expression was a way of overcoming some of the other ways you would express yourselves out of frustration.
Right.
Which would be with violence.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah, you know what I mean?
So that's defeating the whole purpose of hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you know. So that's why it's important to connect, you know, to connect the, which is crazy because, all right, the key bridge just fall, right? But those, just the words, I don't know, every time something happened, the words itself resonate with me, like just the key bridge fall. It's like it symbolized like a changing of a time, whether you believe it was done on purpose or whether it wasn't.
It definitely changed the time.
It's definitely a change. You could tell major things changing. It's a sign of a change, a big shift.
Big change.
You know, a big timeline shift, a big energy shift. You feel me? And I feel like it's key also, speaking of key bridge, it's key for us to bridge the gap between the old and the young and the different.
Glad you said that, man. That was major, man. You're a legend in my book, yeah.
Already, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Man, you know what I mean? Like, you good dude, man. Like, what do you want to leave behind, you know what I'm saying, with your career, you know what I'm saying? Like, your life, you let people win, you know what I mean, on your career, your rap career. What do you want to leave behind, your legacy? What kind of impact you want to leave behind?
Collare Bionco, where the streets meet life.
Motivation. I just want to inspire everybody to be the greatest version of themselves, and change your appetite for life. You know, not just food for thought, but food to thrive. You know, he asked me what happened when I moved to Atlanta. When I moved to Atlanta, I was in the wilderness. everything so-called went wrong. I was tested to no end to see what I was really made of without all my immediate Baltimore outlets and resources that I would just normally have to get me out of certain things. And that's where I became a man even more on another level. That's where I became the man that you see today. You know, even more the superhero that I am today, even more. Changing my appetite for life. Went straight plant-based, been plant-based vegan for since at least 10 years. Just came out with my own vegan burger, the Liddy burger, lentil and mushroom burger. Shout out to my guy K Beans. Yeah, I want to be known, even in my album with my sister, Mike Rose's Godspeed.
Okay.
If you listen to that double album from front to back, it'll literally change your life. It's got that much affirmation and energy in it that it's not just a project put together. It's literally like if you follow the laws and principle of this double album project, your life will just be better. That's what my legacy, I want to live that legacy of how you can live a better life, why love is lucrative, why you should unify, what hip hop really stand for.
Right.
You know, what music really is. You know, how music really do hypnotize you, and you just gotta make sure you hypnotize people the right way.
Absolutely, man.
What type of hypnosis you leaving people in?
I feel that.
You leaving them in the zombie apocalypse, or, you know, or you guiding them to heaven on earth.
And what, like, you know, being though you a veteran in the music, you know what I mean, scene, what's some good advice you can give to like the up and coming Baltimore artists that you see that a lot of them not doing? You see what I'm saying? What's some good advice that you can give them?
Good advice is that, because I see some stand true to themselves in the Baltimore sound, I see some not. For those that stand true to yourself and your sound, keep doing it. For those that sleep on yourself and your sound, be more true to yourself and your sound. You know, be more true to your experience. Be more true to your slang. Be more true to everything about yourself, your experience. One thing that we can't get through life without doing is experiencing and expressing. Make sure you expressing your truth. That's one thing I would say to the young Baltimorean. Another thing I would say is don't feel like all the older hip-hop guys are against you. Because me, myself, I'm not. You know, even if I can't hear everything y'all doing, musically I do get most of what y'all doing. You know, so it's no disconnect where we can't talk and we can't have a conversation that will make it conversations that's more conducive to the outcome you want in life. Because we all need wisdom from somebody with more experience than us.
Absolutely.
That been there before.
Absolutely.
That's the secret to any successful community. You know, that we get the wisdom from those before us. And not everybody's fucked up, and everybody not some older people are hating on the young people because they mad that they didn't get a chance to, you know, they mad because they ain't live out the life they wanted to live.
Okay.
So they mad at some of the young guys. But me personally, even though, you know, I've done a lot of things I want to do, and even with doing a lot of things I want to do and still having more I want to do, I love taking time to help somebody younger than me and show them love and help them out, because I want that to be part of my legacy too. Who did I help? How many people did you make great? You could be great, but how many people did you make great?
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's cool. So what you got coming up? You got any new music coming out? You know what I mean? Like any other thing other than music coming up? You like that your fans should know about? Yeah,
man, I got music. Been working hard with J Funk.
Okay.
With what's the name? With DJ Boo Man. BL just sent me some tracks lately. Been in the studio with Collare, my girl Collare. Been in the studio with my man M. Dot.
M. Dot.
You know. Been in the studio with my sister, Nick Styles, you know, my rap partner for life. My little sister, Miracle, she's super dope. You're gonna hear some craziness from her. I got some artists I'm working with. Josia, she's out in Atlanta. She's like a real super dope artist. Comedian I'm working with, Sheila D. From Baltimore.
Sheila D.
Yeah, she's super dope. She rap too.
Okay. Is there any younger artists, you know, in the city that you would like to work with? Lord.
You know, of course, of course, see, to me, who I think is young, they gonna think is older. Like
Well, we just gonna say to you. We ain't thinking about those. We talking about to you.
Yeah, of course, Tech. You know, my little cousin Tech.
Okay, yeah.
Moose doing his thing. Love him. Tay Wilson.
Okay.
I love his versatility and sound as well.
Yeah, I've been hearing him, but I never really tapped in. I hear him, but I ain't never really tapped in.
He's very versatile and very passionate and very versatile.
Okay.
He's another great one. Of course, Tate, what Tate doing.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
You gotta mention him, man. He doing major things, man. Major things. Shout out Take-O Bang.
Yeah, and what's the Money Jake? I like him.
Take-O Bang.
Yeah.
Money Jake, yeah, I like him.
Yeah, Money Jake. And what's the other kid? Got the Hellcat song. The TMC, the Don.
TMC, the Don.
Yeah, I like a lot of these artists. Man.
Okay. Yeah, cause you know, like.
And the Creek Boy. I like the Creek Boys too.
Creek Boy.
Yeah, I like the Creek Boys.
Yeah, say that. You know what I mean? Like they gonna see this. You feel me? Like, man, I would like to see that. I could, you know what I mean, connect some dots too. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, say that, man. They see this shit and salute you, man.
Oh, Linwood, Sax, can't forget about them.
Okay, honorable mention. Sax, shout out my man Sax.
Yeah.
That's my guy, man. He mentioned you on the last joint.
Oh man, yeah, Sax, that's my guy, man. Support the ugly brand. You gotta love yourself. Ducky Hustle. Yeah, that's my bro, yo.
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. We got my man Mullyman on the show, man, and I appreciate you for coming up here, man. And you know, this is a revolving door, so you know, every time you in town, you definitely can come back. You definitely welcome, man. It's always a pleasure, man.
No, I appreciate you, and yeah, man, same here, man. Love reciprocated. I done felt the love from day one with y'all, man. Yeah. That's why I'm here. And make sure y'all tune into that show, man.
Absolutely,
and they got,
man.
Look, man, look at
TV, man.
Look at the ambiance.
Yeah,
look at the film, man.
It's a vibe. You hear me?
The whole energy, man.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Y'all done put some thought into it. I love the vibes. Keep doing what y'all doing, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's a wrap.
Patiently waiting, the haters gon' hate it, but hater to love it, the truth is said. Mully Mizzles to the most official, man, I'm back to business, what we doing here. Ain't no secret, man, I know you peeping, man, they try to sweep it, but I see it clear. Take my shirt off, throw it at you, and you can keep it as a souvenir. I am him.